Hey everybody, it's Robbie, and I just wanted to come on and share a little message of an experience I had last week. I had done a reading for a client, and a card came through, similar yet very different message than what I normally had associated with that card. You know, tarot has a structure to it. It's a you kind of follow the same meanings. You do get different meanings. Sometimes your eyes go to a different place on the card or the image, and it'll bring up a different message. But this was like very similar, but the focus of the message was different. It was the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups looks at what's right in front of you, and you're missing the point. There's an angel standing behind in this deck holding a cup, but the person's so absorbed with what they've lost, or what's right there that's not working, that they can't see a way forward. But this message was more of being able to follow where the energy goes, and there's all these opportunities around. So these cups are there, but it wasn't a negative thing. It was like positive things, all these opportunities. But we can get distracted by all the things that are going on, and the message was really to follow where the energy went, really to determine what was most important to you. So I was like, okay, well, this kind of could be Archangel Shamuel, because he's the eyes of God. He helps us see past the things where we're getting stuck and all of that. But it didn't feel like it still. So, but I went ahead and shared the message, because that's what I have to do. And so I shared the message with the client, and we just moved on with the reading. So what I love is that later in the day, I had my membership. We met with the group, and Nicole, who is my partner in the study group, as well as my retreats and things, she had shared a newsletter earlier that day, and I had not been able to read it yet. But somebody mentioned that they loved the message and meeting Archangel Daniel. So we started talking about Archangel Daniel, and ends up that it was Archangel Daniel that had come through in the reading to me, but I didn't know Archangel Daniel. I'd never studied him. I've heard about him, but I'd never really paid attention, studied, dug into what he's here to help us with. So it was just really interesting how, through this organic conversation and someone else's sharing about Archangel Daniel, I met the Archangel that had come through earlier in a session to give me a message that was very clear and direct, that I had to interpret the card differently, but both Shamuel and Daniel both help us see through love, see through the heart. And it's really a message about being able to discern what we need to do, where we need to put our energy, what is next for us, and allowing ourselves to kind of just focus on the one thing we need to. So I just love that if you're open and you stay curious and open to receiving these messages, you don't have to know who it's from. You don't have to know, the archangel's name, or your spirit guide's name, or your spirit partner's name. They just want to be able to share messages with you. And then, later on, you might find out who it is. So wanted to encourage everybody to stay open to receiving guidance, to trust yourself if you're feeling something's a little different than what, like, maybe the book might tell you, or the meaning might be, the traditional meaning might be. Trust your own guidance, your own intuition. And then maybe that guide or angel will come in and give you the clear, this is who it is, in some random way. But that requires you to pay attention and to stay connected. So I'm sending you all love and light. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you're interested in scheduling a session, you can do that through my website or attend an upcoming event. All that information is at robbiekearns.com, ROBBIKEARNS.com. All right. Sending love and light to you all. Bye-bye.